So you've never grown fruit or veg before, and you don't know where to start. It's simple. Start with strawberries. Now they're incredibly easy to grow, and plants will grow almost anywhere. So whether your space is limited to a balcony or patio, or if you've got a larger patch to utilise, homegrown strawberries taste sweet and delicious, and a great value for money too. Now the main things you need to know to be successful with your strawberries is learning the main components they need to thrive. And it's really simple. They basically need sun, shelter, well-drained soil and protection from pests. Now to get started, buy some plants that are fairly established. Now you can buy these all through the summer. You don't have to do this in spring, but you can plant them as early as March into your garden or your pots. Now they're widely available from garden centres, and if you're buying from a reputable company, you should be fairly confident that you're buying healthy plants that are disease-free. Now a container, a grow bag, a hanging basket or garden soil are all suitable for strawberries, and when you're picking a place for them to grow, just be aware that plants produce runners and they will spread, so make sure you allow a little bit of space between your plants, and for the best results avoid windy sites, which will help prevent problem insects reaching your flowers. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can plant as early as March, and you should have fruit you can harvest throughout June, July and August. Oh, I love picking the fruit with my son for breakfast in the sunshine. Now, he's going to be learning where the food comes from and enjoying what we've grown together too, which is lovely. Now, if you're unsure about when to pick your fruit or knowing if they're ready, it's really easy to know. The strawberries will tell you when they're bright red all over. And if you can pick them during the warmest part of the day, it will help them be at their most tasty. Little tip for you. Now, as with shop-bought strawberries, ripe strawberries won't last that well. But if you won't be able to eat your strawberries fairly quickly once you've picked them, they make a great jam, or you can freeze them. A frozen strawberry is amazing in a summer cocktail in place of some ice in the sun, so there you go. Now, if you've bought your plants, picked your container or garden patch, and you're ready to go, gently remove your plants from their pots, taking care of the roots, and plant in compost or soil around a foot apart. Now, if your space is limited, just do the best with what you've got. They will grow, and you will get fruit. Now, to care for your plants, water them frequently from the bottom. Now, this is important as overhead water can rot the crown and the growing fruit. Now, as your strawberries are growing, some organic fertiliser like seaweed or liquid seaweed is great to add to your watering routine about every 7 to 14 days. Now, if you care for your plants properly, they can produce fruit for around 3 to 4 years, most varieties anyway, but you might find less fruit growing after the first year or so, and you can replace them annually if you feel they've exhausted themselves. Now, pruning can really help your strawberries to stay productive. You can cut the plants to around 2 to 3 inches once they've stopped growing in the summer, but be careful not to cut the crowns. And it's also really helpful to thin the plants out so they're spaced around 4 to 6 inches apart. In cold weather, straw can be really useful to help prevent frost damage. And another tip to help your fruit grow to maximum tastiness is to cut the runners on your strawberry plants during the spring and summer. This will really help maximise fruit growth. Now, strawberries are so easy to grow. They taste delicious, and honestly, they will grow almost anywhere. So what are you waiting for? Let's get growing.